All right, now it's time to answer some of your legal questions. For that, we turn to Fox 26 senior legal analyst Chris Tritico. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And I think some of these questions may affect a whole lot of people in this situation. They need to all listen up.
That's right.
Okay, well, let's start with the first one, who comes in from Amy. And she writes, my husband and I purchased our first home in February of 2021. We paid the previous homeowners yearly HOA dues up front. We mistakenly believed the dues going forward were coming out of our escrow account. We provided the management company all our info and gave them the required paperwork. Over the next year, we received multiple notices from them for various reasons. 9 months into the year, we received a certified letter from a collections attorney stating that we owed our HOA dues, plus interest fees and attorney fees. They claimed they didn't know where we lived and had been sending the bills to our old address. Turns out the HOA dues were not escrowed. This does not seem to be our fault. Do we owe the late fees, interest, and attorney's fees?
So, Amy, this happens more than you know. It happens all the time, quite frankly. How they didn't know where you were is odd in this situation because you were getting notices from the HOA on other issues. And so I'm not exactly sure how this happened in your situation. The escrow situation should have been settled at closing, and why that happened, I'm not sure, but that's a closing issue. You need to get all of your paperwork out from closing and when you gave notice to the HOA, and ensure that you gave the proper notice under the HOA rules of your address and where you were, and under their rules, and make sure that you gave them the proper notice. Because if you did, that's a defense to the interest, the attorney's fees, and the late fees. That doesn't mean they're going to go away. The HOA is like Visa. They never go away when they get their hooks into you. You may have to sue them over this, and it may take a lawsuit. And that lawsuit may cost more than what you owe. But if you win, then you get your attorney's fees back. But this is a long haul fight because the HOA never goes away. They fight everything. But seek out the lawyer of your choice that handles these types of matters. And there are lawyers out there that do this, and call the Houston Bar Association. They can refer you to a lawyer that can look over this for you and at least tell you if you have a winning battle here. And then you'll know if you can fight it. All right? Good luck.
You're so helpful, Chris.
Thank you.
I always love your answers. All right, you ready for Donna's question?
Let's do it.
Here we go. On February 11th, 2019, while at work and on the clock, I took a nosedive fall, injuring my left hip, chest, lower back, both knees, elbow, and right foot. I've been representing myself pro se. The workers' comp insurance company attorney committed fraud on my wage information sheet at the last hearing. After my MRI, I was referred to physical therapy with an order for 60 sessions. The insurance company only paid for 24. I am on a medical leave of absence from my injuries. I met with the judge last month, and he gave me 180 days to find representation. What should I do?
Well, Donna, I don't know what happened with the sessions and why they only paid for 24. What the judge is telling you is you need to have a lawyer help you with this because it's getting above your head. There are not very many lawyers that handle workers' compensation. In the last century, in the 1990s, the legislature modified workers' compensation law and took lawyers out of the equation. And it's hard to get attorney's fees in workers' compensation cases, and so not many lawyers still do it. Contact the Houston Bar Association. They will refer you to a couple of lawyers around that still do workers' compensation cases. And that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have a lawyer to assist you with this. You have a lot of injuries, but the law in Texas, if your employer has workers' compensation insurance, you cannot sue your employer for an on-the-job injury. But you can get a lawyer to help you with this problem, but you can't get damages, and that's the issue. All right? Good luck.
All right, good advice there.
Thank you.
All right, Chris, one last one for you. Coming in from Jay Renee, who writes, I've been married 4 years to my husband, who is physically and mentally abusive and wants to control me, and I will not accept that type of life. We bought a house in 2016, got married in 2019. My name is not on the deed. However, I contributed money towards the down payment. Now he's telling me my name is not on anything here, and I'm not entitled to anything. I have always maintained employment, and I contribute to this household household by paying the utilities and buying groceries, among other things like purchasing furniture. He told me he is filing for a divorce, and I welcomed it. Could you please shed some light on my issue?
So, Jay Renee, moving forward, and for anybody, when you're buying a house, something like a house with a partner, because you weren't married yet, make sure your name is on the title. For anything like that that's expensive, you need to have your name on the title with your partner so that you don't have the issue you're having right now. Now, you own 50% of that home. You purchased it together, and because you weren't married, you still own it. You just have a partnership in the purchase of that home. It's not marital property, it's a partnership. You don't have to have a partnership in writing in Texas. You can still have an oral agreement to have a partnership. And so seek out the lawyer of your choice. If he has not filed that divorce yet, go get a family law lawyer and do it yourself. Don't wait for him. That's further abuse by him by dragging this out and keeping you in this situation. So don't wait on him. You file and you take the lead on this thing, okay? So go seek out the lawyer of your choice that does family law, file this divorce, and take the lead and take charge of this thing. Take charge of your life, okay? So get on this thing. And just seek, in that same pleading, you want to wind down that partnership and get your half of the house. If he wants to keep the house, he needs to buy you out of it. Good luck.
Wow, that could be a better answer for her, Chris. Yeah. That's so promising.
That's right. That's what she needs to do.
And thank you for those words of just, comfort and telling her exactly what she needs to do now. Well, if you want to send us your legal questions, just hop on our website, fox26houston.com. You'll find all of Chris's segments there in the Morning News tab. As always, for specific info and advice, contact an attorney of your choice.